Okay, now I want to explain something. I hear two things. They didn't happen back to back. Like I hear something and all of a sudden, boom, I hear something else. It wasn't like that, okay? When you hear things and you sense things and you see things in the spirit visions, you have to remember you are interacting with the spiritual realm, God's kingdom realm, which means you're interacting with a realm that is not within time. Meaning, you're looking at something, and for you, from your perspective, it seems like, oh my gosh, this is happening right now. But in reality, God could be showing you the past. He could be showing you the future. He could be showing you the far future. Maybe he's showing you something about your past, within your lifetime. He could be showing you something hundreds, even thousands of years in the past. But you're looking at it, and you're thinking, I saw this, then I saw this. Kind of like the book of Revelation. We read it and we think Apostle John saw this and then, okay, so this is the order of it happens, and that's a mistake we make. See, we don't know how many days or even weeks or even months that John had all those visions. All we know is it was collected at once, and we read it at once and we assume that it happened all at once. Okay, so I just gave you a big tip in terms of like when you read the book of Revelation. Like now you're going to have to read it with these new lens that I just shared with you, this new perspective, with this new renewed mindset of it's not in order. Okay. Which is probably a reason why nobody understands it. Okay. Myself included. I have like multiple theories. Anyway. So these are the two things I heard. First thing I heard, pay attention because this has been fulfilled. Okay. Prophecy fulfilled by the Lord. I hear in my spirit, as I was deep in meditation, all of a sudden I hear, it will be a bad year for Turkey, for coming against my people and my land. And then I was impressed, okay, a feeling, again, feeler realm. I was impressed with the awareness of an earthquake hitting Turkey. And then I literally wrote it down. In fact, I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you, for those of you who are new, those of you who maybe want a reminder, so you can see I'm not making this up, okay? And I put in parentheses that I sensed that the earthquake would be somewhere around 6.3 to 6.4. Okay, so again, I'm just going to turn the camera around super fast, and I'm just going to show you. Okay, so here is, like I was saying, on December 30th, 2024. All right, and you can see right here, right there. Okay, that's what I had sensed. Now, some of you know that about a week ago, Turkey did have an earthquake, and it was a 6.2, which, I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to, because the whole point, it's an earthquake. It's a devastation. Our focus should be on praying for the people, praying that they were saved, that the Lord have mercy on them, the Lord help them. Okay. But in the other hand, at the same time, we can rejoice that God proves himself true, that God is a revealer of things yet to come. We don't rejoice in the devastation. That would not be in line with the heart of God. Okay, no believer should rejoice in that. Okay, you probably saw what was right after that. The next thing I saw in my notes, okay, remember, I'm sitting still. Okay, I didn't put, this was around 11 a.m. I didn't write down when I started my meditation, when I ended. Usually it's anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, sometimes a little bit over, if I sit in meditation. But the first thing I put was about that earthquake that I sensed, that I hear in the spirit. Okay, and then I went back into meditation. Okay, I don't know how many minutes pass after that, but the other thing that I was allowed to see, to hear, was, I heard this: crypto markets will skyrocket overnight. Okay, remember what I just said at the beginning of this. Just because I heard about an earthquake, and then I hear about crypto markets, and just because I put it in my notes in this was first and then this, it doesn't mean that when this earthquake happens, and it happened last week, it doesn't mean that right after that, in our natural reality, it does not mean that that's going to happen next. Because I could literally, does that make sense to you? I hope it makes sense. Okay. Now, at the same time, is it possible that this is going to be sequential or consecutive? It's possible. But don't be so rigid and assume that it must be this way. Okay? That's just a tip, a prophetic tip prophetic wisdom, prophetic knowledge, whatever you want to call it. And here is the last part. This is part 3 of what the Lord showed me. Where are you? Here it is. This happened on New Year's Eve at 6 p.m. I'm being still, and I hear God say, "Welcome to my new year, the year of the hand of favor of God upon your life." And then the next thing I put was a vision that I had about crypto. In the vision, I saw coins of XRP, and then on the right of XRP, I saw the crypto coins Chainlink.